Now, the next story I wanted to talk about, guys, with you.
DNimBunk.
It's the story regarding the Georgia shooter. More importantly, how people have reported on it. I actually can't believe how many people reported on this poorly. Libs of TikTok tweets out saying, breaking, the Georgia shooter had a Discord account where he wrote his intentions to commit a shooting and expressed his frustration about trans acceptance. His father revealed that Colt was bullied for being gay. It's time to have a national conversation about the modern LGBTQ movement, radicalizing youth into becoming violent activists. Except the CNN article clarifies that he expressed frustration that transgender people were being accepted into society. Wait, you think she can read? I mean, it's... Right, Chai. She's not. Quick, show a blowjob picture.
Here, this is a blowjob.
What? Dude, I really want to go and watch that fucking interview just for that clip. It's so good. Have you guys seen the interview between Chai Rychik and Taylor Lorenz, I believe? Have you guys seen it? Because it's really good. This one. One of you've seen it, twos if you haven't. Most replayed. What's here?
Who hates me and anyone who's a loser.
Okay. Why would you choose to post that in response to people asking you to speak about this child's death?
It was not a response to that.
I guess why would you post that prior to making any statement about Nex's death?
So, just to be clear, you're trying to police me on when I'm allowed to post selfies?
No, just curious.
I wanted to post it. I thought it was a cute picture, and I just decided to post it.
How do you feel about Nex's death?
It's very tragic. It's horrible.
Do you believe Nex should have been allowed to receive gender-affirming care?
She should not be allowed to go on irreversible puberty blockers or get sex change surgery.
How do you think about the fact that, you know, so often your posts, things that you post about hospitals, libraries, schools, etc., you know, after you make these posts about them, they deal with threats, sometimes bomb threats, sometimes harassment.
We don't know who's calling in the threats. And I mean, look, bomb threats are bad. I've said that 1,000 times. People calling bomb threats should be arrested and investigated. You can't call in bomb threats. But I just don't know what does it have to do with.
Well, I guess.
Ain't no brain rot.
She's actually, I'm not usually one to call people dumb online. Like particular creators or whatever. Usually I think money and greed and willful ignorance are likely the reason why people do things. This woman is dumb. Like, this woman is actually, like, there's nothing there. The question was, how do you feel about the fact that when you post about certain hospitals, they get bomb threats? And she's like, well, bomb threats are bad and you shouldn't do them. I don't understand. What is this about? Like, that was not a difficult question at all. Like, that was a very straightforward, simple question. I think she's playing dumb. No. This woman is actually like Flocky. Thank you for the 8 months. No, this woman is I mean, I wanted to watch it for this. I've actually never seen the full interview. I've only seen like sections of this. But this one's still really good.
Oh no, we had sex ed.
I'm saying the images I posted on my Twitter.
Did you, when you had sex ed in school?
Did you give her too much credit? She isn't dumb. She's evil. No. She can be both, but she's very. She knows what she's doing. It's intentional. She's just evading. No. If you guys think that she's just evading and she's not actually dumb as shit, she's very dumb. This is like the one person online that I would call dumb before I would call them evil. Whereas like Tim Pool's not like a total moron. He has such a big ego that he thinks he'll get away with anything, and that's why he does stupid things. Dave Rubin is like, he's not a moron. He just also has a big ego and he only cares about money. He's driven by greed before anything else. Like he actually thinks about his actions before he does what he wants to do. Right? This woman, like I've seen so many instances of people asking her like softball questions and she doesn't know how to respond. There's one person asking her like, how do you define wokeness? And she can't answer the question. I don't know if anyone has that particular clip. I can try and find it.
Did you not get books with graphic imagery?
Pictures of gay sex?
I remember, I don't remember how old you are, but I grew up in the 90s when HIV and AIDS was a big thing, and we certainly learned about gay sex in school.
So those pictures I posted on my Twitter, you had graphics like that?
I actually don't know. I don't.
It's this one.
Of our life. It's in our kids' schools, it's on the college campuses, it is in the workforce, it is in the streets, it's when you go to the store. I mean, like, you can't do anything in peace without this wokeness being shoved down your throat wherever you go. So, do you have a question? Is there something funny?
I do.
Yeah, sure.
How do you define wokeness?
This is such a softball question. This is the easiest question. Okay, this is genuinely such an easy question to answer because it's something that you should expect to be asked since it's something you're fucking talking about. Wokeness is an unnecessary spreading of diversity for diversity's sake in a way to shame people who are not of those groups. It doesn't even have to be accurate. You just have to make words in an order that makes sense and memorize those words.
Wokeness is the destruction of normalcy and how do you
like this woman is dumb as rocks, okay? And I try not to like, especially other women online, I try not to call them dumb because just in general, if you are a chick online, you're just immediately going to get called dumb no matter what. Just misogyny brain. She's like the one exception to the rule where like she's actually just dumb as rocks. Like the destruction of normalcy and then she just moves on. Or like this clip, which I found.
I don't remember, to be honest. But I do think that it's really important to
But knowing those pictures, you seem to know very well what those pictures are. Do you think that?
I don't. I've seen
you kept referencing it.
Well, I've seen you post things,
then
but I don't
pull
know.
It up.
That's an 01.
But I think, yeah, I guess I feel...
Because we need to put this into context.
Yeah. Well, we won't know the context, of course, because we don't know the context of how those things are being taught.
Oh, so we could give kids like pictures of gay sex as long as it's in the proper context?
I don't know. I mean, it's up to the educator to determine, right? I don't know. I guess I'm kind of curious, Kaya, why you sort of focus so much about the LGBT. You keep mentioning gay sex, but you don't mention straight sex. Why is there such a focus on the LGBTQ world?
Oh, I don't want pictures of sex in school. Any pictures.
So you don't think children should receive any sort of sexual education, straight or gay?
I said I don't want pictures of sex in school.
But you think that they should receive picture-free sex education?
No, I think we discussed this earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious kind of how you're thinking, you know, when you think about the way that you put out content and the way that you think about growing your media empire.
Here, this is a blowjob.
I don't know what book this is from.
Genderqueer.
Okay.
So should this picture of a blowjob be in elementary?
Oh my God.
I've never seen a book like that in elementary schools, but I have no idea.
I think it's fine.
So tell me.
Not her being like, here you go, cameraman. Here. Also, this is like the most dog shit visual fucking imagery of a blowjob. Oh my God. I was worried that it was going to be something graphic. It's just like a fucking doodle. Like the most pathetic doodle. Oh, it's also not even a blowjob technically because it's a strap-on. Wow, wow. Wow, wow. Wormy's doing the thing again. She's not like, she's missing a couple of tools in her tool belt. She's missing a few tools in her tool belt. Like, even just like the way that she responds to the questions, right? So like, Taylor Lorenz saying, well, okay, so you don't think that we should be teaching sex ed or like what? She's like, no, I don't think we should be showing sex at all. We shouldn't be showing sexual pictures to kids. And she's like, so you think like no sex ed or like, I'm trying to understand. I already talked about this earlier. And then like doesn't respond. Does she not know that every kid has a phone and can type XXX? More importantly, I mean, I had sex ed when I was, I think I was like 16. I had like an introductory sex ed in like, I want to say 7th grade or 8th grade. And it was just like, this is how condoms work. Here's a condom getting put on a cucumber. Okay, you'll learn the rest when you're older. And that's all we learned in 8th grade. And at the time I was like, what the fuck is sex? What is that? I was too busy being a weeb. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Finding out, dude, it was like, that was my personal 9/11. Finding out that like masturbation was like what the precursor to sex. I was like, oh, that's what I've been doing this whole time. Oh my God. The gateway drug. Oh my God. Cool. Why would you ever want to do this with someone else? Anyways, anyways, so when I was like 16 or 17, I took sex ed, but like the high school version of sex ed, where they like teach you all of the sexual organs, and they're like, and this is the balls, here's where the pee is stored, and this is the I don't know, fucking vas deferens. I don't remember shit in class, okay? But I do remember learning about STDs, and I actually had a good teacher that was like, that cared about kids, you know, not having sex without using protection. They went so far as to say, or like talk about, and this is why sex ed, comprehensive sex ed is important, right? Because they also talked about how like, hey, just because you're gay doesn't mean you can't get STDs, okay? It doesn't mean you should just not be using a condom just because, oh, well, no one can get pregnant. You should still use a condom, blah, 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 blah. Please go to the office if you were going to. They're free there, please. Which is important, right? Because like kids are stupid. Teenagers are really dumb. Was my 5th grade progressive? We had scientific photos. I don't remember anything like very scientific. I remember like 8th grade biology class learning like how children were made or whatever. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Wow. But yeah, I don't think I or anyone else has ever felt traumatized seeing a photo of a penis in the context of, you are 16 years old. Here is what genitals are. This is what sex is. Okay. Don't have anything other than safe sex. Have safe sex. Okay? Great. I'm pretty sure, okay, if you get traumatized at 16 with no prior history of any traumatic sexual experiences, and you see a photo of a penis in an educational setting, I don't think you're gonna get traumatized from that. It's just a human being body part. That's it. 16-year-olds are gonna be okay. All right? Seeing a picture of a penis on a screen in an educational setting in a class, talking about what STDs are and what sex is and how sex works and all that other stuff. You know what actually happened? Everybody fucking laughed because they're teenagers, okay? No one is getting traumatized. No one is getting traumatized. Literally no one, okay? And the best thing about these people is you try and get them to pull up like actual photos or actual books of like children getting traumatized and they can't find any. It's almost like dicks are just a human body part and we're just human beings. Wouldn't it be like biologically bad for evolution if human beings got traumatized at the sight of a photo of a dick? It like doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't even fucking make any sense. Oh my god, a penis! Ah! Unprompted dick pics are traumatizing. Oh yeah, I mean, but that's different. And usually those are happening in like work settings, which is why it's so horrible, right? But you're in a class called sex ed where you're expected to learn about these things. And it's an educational setting. And that's with like a teacher to explain everything. It's just a part of your human body. Right? I went to 3 different Catholic schools during middle school. And I had one health class. Literally all I remember is a diagram of a female area was shown. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, it's fucking insane. But yeah, Chaya Rychik, she's fucking weird, dude. She's so weird. She's insane. But that's also why I like laughing at her for not having any reading comprehension, to see that the fucking shooter said he was frustrated that trans people were being accepted in society. And then I also had this I was going to show you guys as well. Also, this is also misreporting. This is misinfo. His father revealed that Colt was bullied for being gay. This is misinfo. He was bullied by getting called gay. You know, something that like half of middle school boys get called. Half? More like all. Sorry, I didn't grow up as... Okay, I lowballed it. My bad, okay? Sorry. I mean, almost every single dude I know got called gay at least once. At least once. Just in middle school? Sorry, probably high school too. It's kind of just like a rite of passage, I think. I don't know. It's not great. But then here's like more misinfo, right? Kamala Harris, it's a comic of Kamala Harris saying, we need common sense gun control to stop violence in our schools. And there's the Chad Wojak saying the shooter was LGBTQ ally and the FBI were watching him for over a year. And then the Kamala Harris person saying, what shooter? And then him saying, where are you going? It's not even a funny comic. But then it got community noted saying, original CN is correct. Colt Gray was not gay, but he was called gay as to mock him that he was. Not that he was. There is no evidence Georgia's school shooter is an LGBTQ ally, and his Discord logs indicate that he was upset that trans people were being accepted in society. This one also, the End Wokeness Twitter account. They're so fucking stupid. Breaking, Colt Gray shows up. Oh, dude, this kid definitely got called Colt Gay. Well, it's just. I had a professor. I had a teacher whose name was, I think, Hayworth, and the kids called him Gayworth all year, and he quit. He quit after 1 year of working. I felt so bad. He was such a nice teacher too. Poor teacher. Anyways, yeah, assigned name at birth really fucks you in terms of bullying. But anyways, Colt Gray shot up a school over a lack of trans acceptance from CNN. He was part of the LGBTQ community. Now watch the story disappear. And then the tweet was deleted after, you know, people with reading comprehension noted that it said that he expressed frustration that trans people were being accepted. Another one, another trans activist school shooter. Gender ideologies does not belong in schools or anywhere in society. It's a dangerous cult. The school didn't use gender ideology to kill other students. He used an the school shooter didn't use a gender ideology to kill other students. He used an AR just like every other shooter. Weapons of war have no place in our schools or anywhere in society. It's almost like there aren't a bunch of trans kids shooting up schools. Huh. It's almost like school shooters tend to be of one particular racial group, one particular sexuality, one particular gender identity. Thinking. So not only was the shooter not trans, but even if he was trans, what, one shooter being trans means suddenly all of them are trans? Every school shooter is trans, and we need to get the trans out of the schools. Except he's not trans. Okay. Okay.
There's two dumb bitches in the replies going exactly, and somehow they're both Chaya-Reichik.
I think the worst, most egregious offense, by the way, was the WSB-TV Twitter post or Twitter account that posted this this article that says a 14-year-old suspect, Colt Gray, was arrested, and it has a photo of one of the victims. And this person posted about it saying, no, fuck you, because they responded. And we'll read the response in a second. You can't notes app your way out of this. You slandered and defamed a disabled black child who was murdered in a school shooting by purposefully insinuating he was the perpetrator. I hope your evil asses are bankrupted by the lawsuits. And this was their twit longer. In a tweet about the Appalachia high school shooting posted by WSB-TV, the content and photo of one of the victims were unintentionally presented on X in a way that made it appear as if the victim was the shooter. The post was removed shortly after it went live, and immediately after we were alerted to the situation. We deeply regret this error and sincerely apologize to the victim's family and loved ones. Sue them. Sue them immediately. Sue them immediately, dude. Fucking, I hope that kid's family fucking makes millions off these fuckers. Take advantage of America's litigious behavior, culture, excuse me. It's just crazy how many conservatives are down to like run with the whole trans shooter ideology when in reality that's not what happened at all. It's not even close to what happened. Very bizarre. I can see Twitter unintentionally embedding the wrong photo, but that's still crazy. But no, but the thing is, when you make a tweet, it previews the tweet for you. That's one of those things that you should check that, and you'll see it, and you'll be like, oh, that's bad. That makes it seem like the shooter is one of the victims. We shouldn't do that. We should fix that. Admitted flunky, they give it the 14 months. Don't dismiss it like it's a UI issue. That's exactly the angle that they were hoping for. Yeah. Normally, I would be like, sorry, not normally, but there are instances where it makes sense to be a little bit more charitable because Twitter does kind of fuck up sometimes, especially after Elon took over. But when you put a link in, Twitter previews what the image will look like. A responsible news network would not allow one of the victims' faces to show up under the headline, "We have identified the shooter, Colt Gray." That's not how embeds work. It's part of the metadata on the website, so Twitter cannot choose which image to display. What are you talking? I'm a Twitter shitposter. I'm a professional Twitter shitposter. What are you talking about? Here, I can show you. Here, I can pull up any article right now. When you make a new post and you put a link in, it previews the image for you. It shows you what's going to pull up. It doesn't pick an image that's different from this one. It picks this one. It shows you, oh, sorry. Sorry. You were talking to one of the other chatters. To whoever said it originally, you can change it. Or you can't change it, excuse me, but you can see what's up there.